Hello and welcome, this is Melskiner, and we're back with some more of the multi-consumer products playthrough of Stellaris using the MegaCorp DLC. Since last I recorded, I have done some things with my computer. I was having some issues, and I went ahead and wiped my whole operating system and did some things to fix those issues, and I was successful at that. Also, I have been noticing some performance issues with this game as well as a couple other games that I am covering in series at the moment, and I'm hoping that what I did to fix the other issue I was having, as well as some other changes, will improve that performance, but we'll find out as we get going. But with that all in mind, if audio level's a little off or other things in recording are a little off, just understand that I am still kind of getting things running, and there'll be a little bit of tweaking to get things back the way they were, perhaps. But in any case, let's go ahead and get right into things. As I said, it's been a little while since I've recorded, so I'm not 100% sure on where I left off. I do know that I am saving alloys to be able to upgrade the anchor, which is going to take quite a few, as a matter of fact, to do so. So we're looking at 1610. We're not that far away from doing so. We're also upgrading Gorham Station. We recently upgraded it to a larger starbase, and we're currently building a fleet academy. And there's a couple other slots that we can do stuff with. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that just yet. May even leave it open for some future advancements. And then another thing that I'd like to do after I do those two things would be to continue to build up my fleet. Now, I was looking around a little bit, and I do have some good news in that my main rival, at least the last I checked, is no longer overwhelming fleet power to me. So we've finally started to get back a little bit of the gap between us. Well, I guess get back. They've always been ahead of us. Close the gap. Alright, well, in any case, let's go ahead and continue here. We also have to build something in Hicklum, but I think I'm waiting for minerals there. We also have a little bit of a food crisis going on. Is there anything I can do about that? Probably just wait for population to grow. Maxed out farmers there. Maxed out farmers there. Not maxed up farmers here. We almost have maxed out clerks, which we probably honestly don't need. As much as it's very difficult to get these guys to work clerk jobs in the first place, I think I'm going to go ahead and push some of them over a bit so that we get the farming done, and then we'll go ahead and expand that back out. Alright, so we lose a couple of clerk jobs, but in the grand scheme of things, it'll take care of our food, perhaps. And let's just see where things go from there. And hopefully we can continue to expand here. But as population continues to grow, that food need is going to continue as well. So we're going to have to wait for a tick to see if that did any good. It does seem to have at least got a positive, so that makes me happy enough, although we'll probably have to work on that in the near future. How is our Empire Sprawl? Okay, so our new cap is 90, we're at 105, so not too bad. I have all the resources here, except I do not have the trade value here. We could wait until we upgrade, which may have been my game plan. I'm not sure why I did it that way. Yeah, we only need 500 upgrade. It takes quite a while, so should I do it? I mean, we are waiting for other things, and it still takes quite a while to get 500 alloy at this stage. So I think we just be patient at this moment. 2 trade value is not worth delaying things, because I need another at least 100 to get that upgraded trade hub. As a matter of fact, what level are we at with that trade hub? So it'd be Fauna Station. So we have 2. The third one would do it. But yeah, right now that's not a high priority. So let's just focus. Oh, we have a science ship not doing anything. Where is it? Let's just hit the go to. Oh, okay, you're over there. Oh, okay, you got halted because they expanded here, so you just want to come on over here. Survey system. All right. Not sure how long that's been the case, but we caught it at least. We have other ships to upgrade, but the main one that I'm concerned about is the anchor, because that's the main strength. Honestly, that upgrade may actually push me a little bit further along too. So another thing that's probably helping me is the war. These guys may be losing ships. I mean, they are stomping the crap out of these guys, but there is fighting going on for sure, so.
Upscaling complete.
Alright, so that was the one building on Gorham Station, and this was the Fleet Academy. The question is there anything else that we'd want to get here? The Fleet Academy is going to get ship starting experience increase, which I thought was pretty valuable. Other things we can do is we could get anchorages, which we really don't need at the moment. We have quite a lot of naval capacity. We could do another shipyard to crank out ships faster, but again, alloys are our main thing that's stopping us, not how fast we can crank them out. We have 2 other shipyards, so we could crank out ships fairly fast if we wanted to. Not really a reason to get a trade hub here at the moment, because they're just going to increase our range, which if we ever expanded here, that would make a difference, but not a huge one. Yeah, I don't think any of these are high priority. Again, we're trying to save resources here. Okay, we also have a building that we can build over on Goroth as well. So, because of that, I'm going to go into the market and see what we can do as far as minerals. Minerals shouldn't be that expensive. As a matter of fact, I think we could buy 1,000. That wouldn't be too bad. Alright, so now that we've done that, let's go to Goroth. I think there was something we planned to do, and I just have to make sure I remember what that thing is, and make sure I also haven't already built it. I think if I remember correctly, the thing that we wanted to get was... I think it was this. Ministry of Production? Yeah, for sure, because this is going to give us more allies and more artisan output. And artisans are what give us consumer goods, which is another thing that we're really lacking. So on this planet, that would actually do a lot of good, because we already have 2 civilian fabricators. So an extra 15%, at least I think that's how that works, right? Yeah, an extra 15% output, that's great. And then we also have our main ally production here, so another plus 15% on the 2 here, and then we have this 3rd civilian industry as well. So yeah, that's probably what we're going to do. It also gives us a job, and... oh, yeah, that's what we want. And apparently the administrator gives us unity and amenities as a bonus on top of all of that. So, yeah, pretty good. Let's go ahead and get that. It's 450 minerals, and that's the only thing we really need to pay. So that's probably a building we want to build in other places as well. As a matter of fact, we do well to do that on Hicklum. Well, right now, an issue that we're having is strategic resources. We need more raw crystals to be able to upgrade these. So we should probably build a building to get more. What do I need to upgrade this? I need exotic gas. Well, that's something we have, right? Plenty of? We have 4 of those. So that's something I could do right now. It's going to give us an extra technician job. I'm not sure if there's any other bonuses from that. I don't think so. Wait a second. Yeah. It'd go for 1 to 2. So that'd be the main benefit. This isn't a huge priority. Honestly, I should probably build a new building before I do something like that. So, yeah, again, talking about this doesn't require anything, but yeah, we really do need more raw crystals if we want to get stuff done. So that's the synthetic crystal plant. This will eat up minerals, which is not necessarily great, but it will give us the 2 raw crystals, which will allow us to upgrade 2 more of these civilian industries, which is something that will feed into a lot of our other buildings. Really important for us. So yeah, let's go with that. All right, let's continue here. I don't think there's anything else we really need to do, so we're just keeping an eye on the alloys. We're keeping an eye. I mean, we're building up quite a bit of consumer goods at this point. And we can always sell those if we're really hard up for cash. The important thing is that we can just... oh, Regulus Prime also has a building slot. But we do not have the current amount of minerals we probably need. As far as what I'd build here, we already have 1 synthetic crystal plant here. We could go with the Ministry of Production. Again, we have 2 civilian industries here. We have just gotten a 40 population, so we could also upgrade our planetary capital. This question is, what do we need on this planet? Residences, maybe. We could go with luxury. We could go with that. Luxury residences, which would give us both amenities and housing. Probably not a high priority considering that our jobs are more of a thing. We already have a holo theater. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to think about it. We could do a research lab as well. If we get our consumer goods up, that'd probably be a pretty good idea. Then we could upgrade it with the exotic gas. So there's a lot of things we can do, but we're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer, I think. Although saying that, do we really want to wait? We have driven up the cost of the minerals, but they're still really cheap. And I have to have the feeling that what's happening is that people are wanting to buy alloys, or they just have a lot of minerals in general, and that's really driving the cost down. Because I think right now, minerals are by far and away the cheapest resource. This has driven down quite a bit in cost, though, I'm noticing. This used to be pretty valuable, and you could get a good chunk of cash out of it. Not so much anymore. I still think we can get away with selling 500, though. We'll do that. And then I think we might as well just buy another 1,000 minerals. It wouldn't hurt to do so. I mean, outside of building these buildings, we don't really use alloys for... not alloys. Minerals for a whole lot. Other than just upkeeping things. Alright, so now that we've done that, we don't have any problems with crime. And I think upgrading this will actually deal a little bit with that. Yeah, you get an enforcer job, I think. In any case, don't really need that at the moment. I'm really leaning towards research jobs, because research is going to be kind of the key to things. I just have to make sure that we're not forgetting about something. I don't feel like we need more robots, although that would help us expand our population faster. Mineral purification camp? No, that doesn't make any sense here. There's not very many mines. We don't have any military academies anywhere, but that's not really a high priority for me right now. This is an agrarian world, so we could crank more food out. But all it is just farmer jobs. It doesn't really give us any bonus, so there's no reason to do that. I think this is probably a pretty bad idea in general. Yeah, I really honestly think the best move here is a research. So we'll go ahead and build a research lab. And then we'll have a bunch of things to upgrade once that's done. Alright. Because we are behind on research to our rival. They do have superior research. So we want to close that gap if we can. I have faith we can do it. Alright, so it's going to be a little while, I think, before we get a whole lot else done. Ooh. Now, I don't think I can see. There's an automated dreadnought in there. That's just my sensors telling me that. What was this again? Ether Drake. Okay. I don't know how dangerous these are. Obviously, it's hostile. Otherwise, it wouldn't show up as red. I think in general, these tend to have good planets, perhaps, although they're desert worlds, so that's not really too much use to me because I am ocean world.
A system has been surveyed.
Okay, so you finished that survey. There was a bunch of crap there. So we really want to make sure not to go to that system. I don't see a reason why not to go survey over here. Okay, so I think we're probably at that point where we can get these guys upgraded. I don't know precisely how many alloys. Yeah, we have enough. Let's go ahead and just upgrade the fleet. They'll move over and do that. I should keep an eye on how much they have. 5.4k. Let's see how much that's going to improve them. And food has gone back into the negative, which I'm actually not too surprised to see. We may have to build another farm district. Obviously, I have a bunch of other things going on at the moment, so I'm not going to jump on that just yet, but...
Research actualized.
Okay, so we have the antimatter missile. We've been progressing with the missile tech fairly well, to the point that once I'm done upgrading ships, my next priority is to design a new ship design, and it's going to be a missile boat cruiser. That's what I'm going to go for, but let's take a look at what else we can get here. Cruiser hull points, I mean, that would suit us well, because we're kind of going cruiser heavy here. Basic strike craft. I'm not interested in carrier tech at all. Destroyer build speed, interesting, but I'd rather have cruiser build speed at this point. Although the cost is more the thing that I'm worried about. Again, speed isn't the problem. Having the resources to build it is more the problem. So anything that deals with me getting things done faster isn't really that big of a deal for me. Honestly, out of these, I'm leaning towards getting the cruiser hull, because that would definitely help me. So let's go with that. It's going to take a long time to research it. I almost wonder if I should just go through the afterburner tech just to get it done with, because, man, that is not a very expensive tech. All right, well, let's go ahead and continue here. And we'll speed up a bit because not a whole lot else going on at the moment. Just really building ourselves up, getting ready for a possible big fight. If I see an opportunity to attack, I'll take it, but really we need to solidify our alliances first. I think that's going to be fairly important. Once we're on a level playing field, I think that that's going to be a little bit better in our regards.
Upscaling complete.
But I'm definitely concerned. Okay. So we finished the research lab. Now, as much as I have a lot of exotic gases, they're starting to go fast. We're at 4. We could still afford to get this, and I think tech is always going to be a pretty valuable thing to pick up. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. And then we'll see if we have other upgrades to do on other planets. Also, I kind of need to do this upgrade, planetary administration.
Upscaling complete.
But we'll do that in a bit. Okay, so Higlam and Goroth finished their things. We do have more upgrades to do. I'm gonna go ahead and do the corporate culture site as well. Where are we at the? Yeah, we do have rare crystal, so I could go with this civilian industry upgrade, which honestly I think makes sense to do, as we can take advantage of this benefit like immediately. So I think that's a pretty good idea. So let's go ahead and do so. We have a big gulf in jobs, jobs available versus jobs being filled. But yeah, definitely I want this because it's a big increase in artisan jobs. Now I have to watch the minerals though. That may be a problem. Also, I'm losing energy credits right now. I'm not 100% sure on why, but all right, the upgrade is happening. Do you have any upgrades you need? You can do? I mean, you do, but we can't do them because we don't have the minerals. Okay, the energy credit's kind of dropped off a bit. But keep an eye on it. We're losing a lot of food all of a sudden. I have a guess on that one. Let's take a look at it. Probably because we created more jobs. No, nobody left the farmer jobs. People have been leaving the miner jobs, but that's actually not a big deal at the moment. What about Regulus? Ah, okay. So that is what happened. We really need to be working these mines. So let's go ahead and back off some clerk jobs. Okay, so the farmers are all filled out, which is good, and hopefully that deals with some of it. But yeah, we are definitely having a little bit of a food crisis at the moment. This also takes care of housing as well, so I really should do that. I mean, what's the current, and what are we gonna get? We get a few amenities, a few houses. Increases the executive jobs and gives us another additional enforcer job, which will take care of more crime, although there really isn't any crime on that planet at the moment. All right, we're getting to that point where it's going to be the end of the video. So let's go ahead and take a look at the war. So I don't feel like I've seen a lot of movement here. It's possible maybe one extra system has been taken. But otherwise, this looks about the same. And this also looks about the same. This is still captured. Not really seeing any occupation in the Gorf Citizen State, which is the one that's actually being attacked. Really, they're just stomping the crap out of the Vogue Aras, who is kind of in the middle of all the baddies here and here. So, I mean, they're just picking on these guys because they're the weak link. But I'm not sure if that's going to win them the war or not. I have a feeling that the war exhaustion's really bad. Oh, it's actually, I think, getting closer. It used to be worse than this, but it's still in favor of the attacker. More war exhaustion for the defender. And if it plays out the way we saw before, I have a feeling that these guys are going to end up losing some planets. Not sure if you can take something that you don't actually control. Alright, well, in any case, let's go ahead and wrap up the video here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.